Okay, guys, listen. I just purchased a Chinese-made Romanian microphone from a Korean woman here in Mexico. I am American. I like Italian food. That wasn't part of the equation. Anyway, it sounds good, huh? And I even put the fluffy thing from the other microphone that's not working on this one. Basically because I think that it looks a little bit cooler. Hmm? 44 years old? Huh? Now, speaking of confusing country situations, yes, I am going to use this microphone. Get over it. For now, until it stops working. Probably won't last long. So, speaking of confusing country situations, Donald Trump said that the Islamic Republic of Japan was firing off missiles. Okay? Obviously, he screwed that one up. And let's take a look.
So yesterday we had 111 missiles shot by the Islamic Republic of Japan. They were shot at the aircraft carrier.
He also called President Zelensky of Ukraine President Putin. You know, in the exact same several minutes, he couldn't get the JCPOA correct, which I couldn't have a few months ago, but I hadn't heard of it. Or I didn't, whatever. I wasn't an expert. But he said the JCPOC. Here's the thing, okay? The person who is making decisions about re-engaging in war with Iran is really confused. Best case, he's really confused. Worst case, he is out of his mind. Gone. Like, if you just set him out on the street corner for a few minutes, people would be walking around him, way around him, to avoid eye contact. Like that. Okay, that's worst case. Best case, he's an elderly man who is very confused. That's best case. Okay. Now, how he even has the decision making to go back to war with Iran it's unsettling, is what I would say. It's unsettling, and especially with the recent War Powers acts just passed in the Senate. I thought that was supposed to remove his ability to just randomly declare war again on Iran. They need to take the keys. Okay? They need to take the car keys away. I would actually be fine for him to lurk and linger around the White House grounds and improve, the decor. I'd be okay with that. Because that makes sense. He's an old guy who likes to uh, replace furniture or put stuff on the mantle. Like, okay, cool. But in that case, they do need to have someone who's responsible to not fire missiles and bombs on a country that did nothing to provoke us. Iran did nothing to provoke us, and we are in a full-blown reignited war with them. I guess that's what I want to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. That's probably not going to last very long, but it's crazy. It's crazy to have the person who is having mental lapses, dude. He's having a bunch of mental lapses, and they're getting more and more frequent. So, is that not a sign that his mental ability is deteriorating? I feel that it is, although whatever. I'm not a doctor. I know. But, and you know what? So, and I just think that the sliver of support that is still remaining for him are totally uninformed people. And I actually don't really blame them all that much. You know, maybe they voted for him, maybe their family just traditionally has been conservative and they are too. And or maybe their actual values line up with like a typical Republican or a conservative politician. Okay, I get that. And here's what I think though. I think that they just don't know what's going on. They just don't follow the news, which again, I think is a totally healthy thing. And it's fine. It's fine if people don't follow the news. I'm actually sort of hoping that my channel can reach a few people who don't generally follow the news, who maybe just want to take a peek, you know, just dip their toe, just to stay like just slightly informed, or just kind of know what the big ticket items are. Here's the big ticket item. The President of the United States is having frequent and substantial mental lapses as he is concurrently reigniting war with an unprovoked nation, with a nation that did nothing to provoke the United States. That is what's going on. He is currently spending tens of billions of American tax dollars to continue a war which already failed against a nation that did nothing to deserve being attacked. He is currently spending tens of billions of dollars of American taxpayer money that could be used to support Americans, to improve the lives of Americans. He is currently using that money to drop bombs on a country that at least is just basically innocent. That's the big ticket item. And he is, best case scenario, not smart and has faltering mental abilities. That's best case. Worst case scenario is he is a complete lunatic who has no ability to understand right and wrong, and has no ability to make well-informed decisions to improve the lives of his constituents and of the American people. That's the big ticket item. Okay? So if you're just checking in, just peeking, just want to have a peek into American politics today, America is being run by someone who is totally out of touch with reality, who is stealing American taxpayer money to give to Eric Jr. and Don Jr. and to his friends, and a lot of people say cronies, and to the goobers that linger and lurk nearby. He's stealing money to give to his friends, and he is using more money that could absolutely be used in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of better ways. Thousands. Dare I say million. He's using all of the money. He's using all of the American tax money to do crazy shit that is pointless. That's literally pointless. That's where we're at. Hey, I hope you have a great day. How's the microphone working out, though? Really good, I think. Really good. Like and subscribe.